Hello and welcome to DDOCast episode 528, recorded the weekend of August 3rd. I'm your host, Patrick. I'll be doing the news myself this week. We have the screenshot of the week. The Airship Pirates hold a dance party to celebrate the 376th screenshot of the week. Thank you, Grumble Gravelson, for sending in this week's screenshot. We like to talk about Dungeons & Dragons online nearly every weekend. You can catch us through Twitch, YouTube, the DDO forums, or iTunes. DDOcast is hosted by Cyber the awesome podcast hosting network. Shows are usually available within a few days of recording. The next show, let's stop and take a moment to talk about the next show. Next show is going to be a while. I'm going to be on vacation. I hear they're nice and lovely things to do. So there's not going to be a DDOcast until the end of August. Apologies, but see you later, guys. I'm going on vacation. Until then, you can step up by following us on social media pages or our website, DDOcast.com. Check out past shows, catch up. Go ahead and listen to DDO Players News. They have some stuff, and they should have some Gencon coverage and some extra stuff from Gencon as well in the coming weeks. On the podcast this week, we'll talk a little bit about what we got for news this week. We had a patch, some news from Gencon, which we can share, which will be a lot of fun. And then later, we're going to have our roundtable discussion this week is about surviving Gencon. And it's not going to be what you think it is. We're going to have some fun with it later. Until then, let's talk about game news. There was a bit of game news this week. A couple of quick things that were mentioned. Flimsy Firewood was poking around in Misery's Peak and has promised to make that quest shorter in a future iteration, a future update. And did not make the patch, but yay for a shorter Misery's Peak. An aptly named quest, I'm sure. Also, Kentani let us know that they put in a fix for hitting bats, so make them much more hittable. Hallelujah. Thank you very much, sir. That's always kind of been a painful mob to hit. Let's see. Update 39, patch 1. Let's see. The release notes for that. A couple things of note. Not a lot of huge stuff. Occult Slayer's 4th tier wisdom enhancement no longer crashes the UI. Hey, that's great. There's an issue causing falconry attacks to stop movement. They fixed that. Fixed a couple things out of War Priest and War Soul, including Divine Vessel adding stacks of Divine Conduit more reliably. They fixed a bunch of icons. The Spark of Memory no longer drops in heroic difficulties. Black Razor's entropic damage now untyped instead of evil. Transmuted platinum weapons should now provide their crowd control benefits more reliably. And spell components now much in Warlocks. And they fixed an issue with feeding a jewel to a sentient weapon that had a spark, which was kind of awkward. I know I had a guild member who ran into that problem. I had to get in touch with support. Let's see, the Black Lock. They fixed an issue that could cause the 3rd Necromancer to not spawn. They fixed an issue with Enter the Kobold that could break one of the puzzles in the quest. Yeah, no, they didn't. We'll come back to that. Kind of a big deal. They've made the spiderweb door in the Kobold's mouth no longer burnable. Memory Lapse, they fixed an issue that could cause the end fight not to progress. Yeah, that's not so great. Let's see, Price of Freedom. They added a dimension door on the ship after someone in the party makes it to the prison island. That D-door disappears after Talborn is rescued because they don't want to give you a free pass and running away. That would be kind of silly. Let's see. In White Plume Mountain, the Burton Snarla chest is now locked until they're defeated. Snarla no longer creates a boss vampire in Epic Hard. And see, on the miscellaneous side, they fixed an issue that was causing the DDO game client to crash on OS X. So hopefully people will no longer have issues with that. They also fixed some loading screen issues with Mask Deception, Ascension Chamber, and Repossession. Let's see, Gencon news. So there was the meetup at Gencon, and during that, Sev let people know about a couple of things. One, we're going to get a new expansion to Sharn, the City of Towers. They wanted to do an urban setting. It'll probably be less quests than Ravenloft, but more what he called cogs. And he kind of described them something along the lines of explore areas, including maybe some more miniature adventures kind of a thing. So this is looking toward, it won't be this year, but it might be early next year. He didn't really want to put a timetable on it, as they oftentimes don't, but that's kind of what they're looking at. That will also include tieflings with horns and tails, and probably an iconic, although apparently the design team is currently debating between the iconic sorcerer or an iconic bard for tieflings. He also, Servalan mentioned that the Spectral Dragon dungeon will make a comeback. It will be a different dungeon. It will not be a raid. It'll be a 6-person party thing, as well as another small Night Revel dungeon to kind of... the Spectral Dragon used to be with Maybar, if you didn't know, but it was this massive 24-player instance, and it was not party-based. It was just whoever went in got in. You just kind of filled up instances, and then once there were 24, you'd go on to the next one. And it was really laggy, so much so that Maybar was... Maybar was replaced by Night Revels once upon a time. So he also mentioned that along that same time frame of Night Revels in October, they're looking at doing a standalone raid. So that'll be kind of fun. Get a new raid in the game as well. Some stuff on the bug side of things. They had to come up with a hot fix to fix, among other things, Wrath of Flame got broken. That's been reopened. Enter the Kobold is still broken, however. They closed Enter the Kobold because it's not completable. They did not fix the puzzle very well, probably, or broke something else tied to it. Also, the Cavalry plate had a red slot on it instead of its intended blue slot. They fixed that. The versions that you bought as red were initially said that you may not get one. Certainly in the meantime, it's not going to be fixed to blue retroactively. They hope to make that fix for the existing ones later, but that's not happening at this time. And if you're looking for, again, the Crystal Cove came out this weekend. That's the bonus days. That's through August 12th. So, Lessa, you have plenty of time to do this after you come back from Gen Con. The old loot, including the rum, can still be found in the old loot box inside the event tavern. That's kind of where they scrolled that away. Store news. The sales for the week. Adventure Advance get 25% off of select adventure packs and Quest XP elixirs, along with 10 scrolls of Longstrider times 10 with the coupon code Longstrider now through August 9th. Kind of interesting. I didn't really even know that they had... they could give out scrolls. Kind of an interesting choice. All right, community news. They have the 293rd Chronicle. Axel played through the White Plume Mountain Adventure Pack, so if you'd like to see what that looks like, you can check that out. You can also find out about Spy's adventure in the Cerulean Hills. It may supposed to be Sip, I'm not sure. The comment, what is your favorite buff in the game? Haste. Haste would be my favorite buff in the game. It makes you move faster. This is important because things chase you in this game, and sometimes you don't want to get hit. Haste is good for everybody. The guild hall for the week. Guardians of the Way is a level 50-something Canaan's guild. They have all the available amenities purchased in the mid-level shard purchase ship. They are almost 3/4 of the way to raising enough shards for the largest ship. They are a kid-friendly guild and a good place for new people, families, and people with multiple alts. Most of them quest on the weekends, and questions about the game are welcome. You can send an in-game mail to Centris for an invite. The fan site news. See, we have Inside the Magic Circle with Tone Station. Celebrated his birthday in DDO. We got a shout-out for episode 527, Slayer Ares Part 4. DDO Players News had episode 185, Buffy Rage. Ginger Spice also had a first look video at White Plume Mountain. The video for D&D Night. This was myself and some couple of the damsels and people from DDOCast, just kind of a general cross-section of online personalities. We're playing pen and paper, DM'd by Evil Beaker. Let's see, DDO Wiki Talk had Shoemaker, had another episode. Streaming with Even had a special guest, Bonnie Bew. Damsels of DDO ran Age of Rage, and Friday Nights had episode 91 with Bachelor. That was the Chronicle 293. We also, because I missed last week, apologies, did Chronicle 294. That was this week's Chronicle. Savella on Kyber had the final week of the 2018 Munchkin Games. That's been a long-standing tradition. Munchkin Games, a lot of fun. It used to be the Halfling Summer Games, then we got Gnomes. So now anyone who's below the height limit can go play for that. The comment: how many past lives does your current character have? Not very many. Depends on what you count a current character, because I play more than one at a time. So I think the most I have might be 10, but not a whole lot. I'm not big on TRing myself. The guild for this week: Creation's Bane, a level 35 guild on Kyber that is open to all players. Whether you're new to the game, a diehard veteran, or just want to be part of the community, there's a place for you. Contact Glory, Lag, or Dissel, or Rosie Lover for an invitation in the guild. The fan site news for the week: Mickey had a new blog post about the Zara's gear. Video Players News had episode 186, Coffins Everywhere. SIP's newest blog featured Warlocks. Doug Glendower started a new monk. Fridays and Ice with Bachelor had another episode, as did DDOPL, doing the Kenneth Challenge. There's a new episode of DDO Wiki Talk and Shoemaker. And Tone Station explored White Plume Mountain. A lot of people exploring White Plume Mountain, the new stuff. I can't say it was kind of fun quest. A lot of flavory stuff in it, and most of it was all relevant too. It wasn't off the beaten path, and it was a little bit longer flavory stuff than what you'd find in the Slave Lords, so that was kind of fun. Let's see, DDOCast news. As I said, we're going to be off for a little while. DDOCast Splat is going to be off for a while. DDOCast is going to be off for a while. In the past, I've had other people host the show. I can't really do that this time because I'm not going to be here to produce it either, so we'll be back end of August. Should have DDOCast Splat and DDOCast should be back kind of in that range. It might slip till the next weekend, early September. Just kind of depends on how much stuff I have to put back together when I get back. All right. Let's talk about Lightning Post. We had a couple people write in about our last show. Fuzzy Duck said the barbarian changes are all pretty sweet. He's really looking forward to leveling one again. It's nice that the Cult Slayer will actually be viable DPS as well as have all the defenses. Yeah. I was actually very surprised. I got my barbarian kind of off the shelf a little bit and played a little bit, and there was definitely a higher increase in damage. He was seeing numbers that he doesn't normally see, so that was a lot of fun on my end. He said he really enjoyed the new quest. Lots of unique ideas. Yeah, I second that. Mechanics and new assets, and then which is really cool. He's loving the Angel of Vengeance changes. The plus cash level and max caster level boosts make that selection of spells really effective. And Comet Fall SLA in particular is positively murderous when loaded up with meta magics. He disagrees that you can completely ignore the view of the universal trees. There's a number of low-hanging fruit abilities that can be really nice and fill in some gaps for many characters. Yeah, that's certainly true. But action points are just a lot to go around, man. Saying that he still has mixed feelings about the Falcon abilities being linked to attacks. It's nice to have plus open attacks, but having a third option just as a clicky to send the bird on its way would make it more useful for casters and melees as a combat opener while you're running towards the group. Yeah, that could be nice. I could see that. He says, pro tip with the Barovia Slayer area. Even if you're doing Heroic TR, as soon as you hit level 20, if you've already done it on Heroic, you can step straight into the Epic Explorer area, grab your bounded character base weapon, and send a gem for that life. Even then, they're only going to be used as fuel for another gem, and they're free. Yeah, that's a really great tip, actually. Nimine said if you haven't run into the Mist in Heroics, it's pretty easy to run even at level 20th on normal, even for a first life character. So it's another option as well. And Amersign wrote in, the Stormhound has a lot more than 3 shrines. There's a shrine before each quest and several more scattered around as well. Might seem like fewer just because of how huge the area is. And scaling is important in the Orchard and Thunderhome. Probably the 2 most popular XP farming slayers. You'll get that 7,500 kills much faster if you fill the group and scale up the group size. So there you go. All right, that'll close out the news portion of the show. Stay tuned. We'll have some guests here to talk about how to survive Gencon with a twist. So thanks for listening. Thanks to Standing and Stone Games and Wizards of the Coast for making DDO, and to Cybrators for hosting the podcast. If you'd like to support the show, you can visit our website, DDOCast.com, or you can support us on Patreon. If you have a DDO-themed webpage or you Twitch DDO and you'd like to be featured on our website, email us at DDOCast@gmail.com. You can hit us up at DDOCast.com for show notes, MP3s, our calendar, previous shows, and other fun stuff. If you'd like to be part of the show, if you have a comment on this episode or a question you'd like to hear us answer, or maybe a topic you'd like to hear us discuss, or you just want to say hi, you can leave a comment or you can email us at DDOCast@gmail.com. You can also find us on social media and follow us for the latest cast updates. I am at DDOCast on Twitter. The tip for the week comes from HUD on Kenneth. Work as a group. A very good tip. Makes a lot of things a lot easier. All right, stay tuned for our discussion, Surviving Gencon. Thanks for listening. Hello, we are talking about Surviving Gencon. There's a twist to this. We'll get to that in a minute. First, I'm going to introduce my guests. The two of the three Damsels of DDO. We've got Sahba Jade. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
And we also have Mythery.
Hello.
Welcome, ladies. So we decided to have a little fun here because if you haven't listened to the Damsels of DDO, you may not know that we play with a larger group of people that a couple other games besides DDO, but DDO is something that some of those people play with each other. But this week is Gencon. So if you're at Gencon, we hope you're having a lot of fun. Well, maybe we hope you're having a lot of fun. We decided we're going to tell you how to survive Gencon if you're not there. If all of your friends are there.
Having fun. We know they're having fun. They're drinking and gaming. What more? Well, I wouldn't drink, but gaming is fun.
Yes, gaming is fun. So we've talked on this show a couple times about how to survive Gen Con. DDO Players has talked about how to survive Gen Con. I think they do it almost every year. We're just getting some fun. Talk about how you can... all your friends are at Gen Con. How do you survive the weekend? And do you any either of you ladies want to start by your suggestions?
How do we survive
Not being at Gen Con.
not being at Gen Con? Play games with friends.
That aren't at Gen Con.
Yes.
So don't let all of your friends go to Gen Con.
Right. Step one, make sure not everyone goes to Gen Con.
How's that working out for you?
Well, so far, have you guys?
It's worked pretty well, right?
Yeah, it works.
We've been playing every night.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
The first thing on my list was to have more fun than everyone that's at Gen Con. That's kind of my goal.
Hard to tell since you don't know how much fun they're having. How do you know if you've had more fun than they had?
I don't know. I liked what you were talking about before we got on. We started
Well,
recording.
that's the thing is after Gen Con, we're totally going to have so much more fun than them because they're going to be over fun. When they get back, they're going to be trying to have fun, but they're going to be so over fun from Gen Con that they're not going to be able to have fun. And we won't be overly fun. So we will be able to have so much more fun than them because we won't have had so much fun at Gen Con like they did. We won't be overly fun. So we'll have more fun than they're having after Gen Con.
It's a good
You're
point.
making
We'll be
my
better
head
off.
hurt. Really. Head hurt.
I don't know. I think it's a pretty good one. There was also the other one that we talked about before we started recording of disbelieving Gen Con exists. They're all just out there
Right.
having fun in a hotel, right?
That's possible. There may be no Gen Con at all. It's all made up to try to make us jealous. They just
Alright.
rented a whole hotel room.
Now, you guys probably have the same Drac, like um some guy named DJ Pimp Daddy did a Twitter thing, and there was a picture that Drac sent out 2 days ago from Gen Con, and it was a bunch of the Gen Conners at an escalator, and somebody's wearing some dice on his head, and Drac wrote, "Oh, the humanity," and this other guy wrote, "I can smell this photo through Twitter at Draculetta_72. Bunch of gamers all clumped together in August. Nope, not doing it."
In close quarters.
Yes,
Or at least,
exactly.
I guess we shouldn't necessarily say close quarters, because the quarters are pretty large, right? Like they're in a convention center, and I think they're
are.
using like the football field now.
Really
Mhm.
big.
But there's a
place, yeah.
lot of people, so it
That's a
may
lot
be big quarters, but it's filled to capacity, right?
Right.
And I think it's probably safe to assume that there's at least a few of the people that are not following the 1-2-3 rule of one shower,
Lessa
2 meals,
has,
and 3
right?
3 hours of sleep. So,
Maybe Lessa should make a poster and put it out front next year.
or maybe what you need is like a
Put it on
T-shirt.
shirt. Yeah, on the back of the
Yeah.
shirt.
Make a T-shirt, wear it at Gen Con. Like, don't get in my bubble unless you meet these requirements.
True.
Lessa doesn't wear t-shirts, so it's put it on a regular shirt.
A shirt of any kind, right now.
Yeah, why does it have everything has to be on a t-shirt? Why can't it just be on a shirt?
Or a dress, maybe.
Or a
For the
dress?
ladies.
Sure,
Mhm.
why
I'm sure
not?
they'd like that. Yeah.
I mean, all clothes have backs to them.
Not all, but okay.
Well, most clothes have backs.
Could be on the
So-
front.
Or fronts.
What
Huh.
else did we do while they were at Gen Con?
Well, I was thinking one of the things I wrote down was make them wish that they were here with us, right? So we're playing games without them. We're advancing our characters without them.
That's right.
We're losing their
houses.
mini bikes.
Oh boy, did that.
You're not supposed to say that.
It's okay. She doesn't listen to the show. We'll be fine.
Mini bike has been everywhere too. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Everywhere.
And now it is in the mist in another dimension or something.
I don't know. It might be there when we get back. But so
That would be funny if it is.
that was the other thing I came up with was make them wish they're here, right? They've missed some things. Make lots of references to things that happened while they were gone, right? And then they won't leave for Gen Con again because at least not without you, because they wouldn't want to miss out on the fun.
Right. We need to make a list so that we can keep bringing things up. Oh, right. You weren't here then.
Yeah,
Just
right.
keep saying that. Oh, remember when? Oh, no, you weren't here. You weren't here.
This is really
So
easy
we
for
don't-
Sahba because she can just write out on the next Damsels show, like Mythery says, and just make some stuff up.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I don't think you even have to complete the sentence. Just say like Myth just did. Oh, you remember? Oh no, you weren't here.
Yeah, that's true. It'll work pretty well as well. What else we got for surviving Gen Con when you're not at Gen Con?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what my plan is. I'm using all the money that I'm saving by not going to Gen Con to go somewhere else.
Oh,
There you
that's a
go.
good plan.
Have some other fun, right?
But you can take that money and stay somewhere for like what, a whole month
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
instead of a weekend.
Go somewhere with less people. Maybe
Sure.
well, that
Much
could be
fewer-
nice.
Many fewer people.
And there's a lot of other conventions you could go to. Maybe go to a smaller gaming convention if that's what you're missing is the games and stuff. And of course, you could always play games. Have a board game night, right? Like that's a thing you can do.
That's what they do at Gen Con, though.
Well, right, but if you're not there, you can invite some people over and play some board games, or just video games too. I mean, that works too. So,
I've been watching my Phillies win.
are they on a hot streak?
They are 4 in a row.
Hey, there you go. What else do we have on our how to survive Gen Con list here?
I've been going to the pool.
Well, you're trying to survive a heat wave.
Well, that's true too.
We're all trying to survive a heat wave.
Yeah, it's been a little toasty of late. Although we had rain here the other day, so that was really nice. Kind of cooled off about 20 degrees overnight. It's fantastic.
Gosh, the pool is like bathwater.
Welding when it's 90 degrees out is not fun. So.
No.
No. What do you do when you're not at Gen Con? Everything else.
The one thing you want to, I think you really want to avoid is doing all the adult stuff that would make your weekend less good, right? So the goal here is to make your weekend as good as possible and make them feel like they didn't have as much fun as possible, right? Kind of close the gap a little bit. So don't do any chores, don't do any of that kind of stuff, right?
Well, I've been visiting with my mother.
There you go.
Which is always fun. So she's been taking me out to eat.
That's nice.
It is nice.
Take shopping.
This is me you're talking about, so
well,
no,
that's true. Pretend like you like shopping.
There's also movies and TV. You can also do all those other things, right?
I've rewatched some movies.
I'm trying to catch up on all the shows that I do watch that all kind of hit Netflix at about the same time that I got really busy.
Yeah,
so,
like what?
Mostly superhero shows.
Oh yeah, you went to the movies today to see Wasp and
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and Wasp.
Did
How
that.
was it?
It's good. Enjoyed it.
Worth watching when it comes out?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, it's
So who's the Wasp?
The character she was in the first movie. Hope Van Dyne. The heroine that punches him in the face several times.
Okay.
So, if you were watching at the end of Ant-Man, it's probably an end credit scene. Like she's given the suit to be the Wasp. So.
Okay.
But yeah, so all those other activities are all really good.
Are you watching Cloak and Dagger?
I am not. It's on my list of things to watch, but I don't really tend to watch live TV anymore because I just can't keep up with. There's too many shows to try to keep up live. So. I mostly have most of the stuff I watch I can watch from an app or something like that, so it makes it a little bit easier.
I don't get to watch TV during baseball season. There aren't enough hours in a day. It's gaming and baseball.
If you're watching every game, yeah, that'd be pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a baseball in the background kind of guy if I'm watching it, so.
Well, yeah, I'm doing things while baseball's in the background, but you can't watch TV shows.
That's true.
And baseball.
Yeah, that's true. All right. I think I'll kind of wrap this little.
I'm ready to shoot some zombies in the head.
We'll wrap this up really quick and do that. But the one last thing I have for you is just remember, by not going to Gen Con this year, you're saving to go next year. Right? That's the plan.
Or the year after. I think
or the year
every other year thing. So
yeah, whatever cadence you get to do for going to Gen Con. We do hope the people who are at Gen Con are having lots of fun. Please tell us about all the cool stuff that you've seen and done and all that fun stuff. All right. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to support the show, you can visit our website, DDOCast.com, or visit Patreon. You can also find show notes, past shows, all that fun stuff on our website as well. You can find us on social media. I'm at DDOCast on Twitter. Ladies, where can people find you if they want to find out what the Damsels are doing?
I'm at Mythery1 on Twitter.
And I'm at Sahba Jade, and you can go to damselsofDDO.com.
And your next show is when?
2 weeks from last night is going to be our Twitch feed, and that's going to be at the twitch.tv/DDO stream. And then we also do a podcast, and that's twitch.tv /Lessa 101.
which is well worth listening to. If you're not listening to Damsels of DDO, you should be.
We have a lot of fun. And we're going to do the new stuff.
Yeah, you guys just finished Age of Rage.
Yes.
We did.
So much fun. I really enjoyed all of those.
Yeah, the quests of late have been a lot of fun, really interesting. I think you ladies will really enjoy the new ones. I can't wait to see you go through them. It'll be a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, until next time, may all your attack rolls be crits, all your chest level appropriate, have fun, and don't forget to gather for buffs.